Hi guys, and welcome to the video corrections for week 4 spiral worksheet for the week of September 11th to the 15th. Make sure as you go through you're inputting your answers and making corrections for every problem that you missed. A correction is not just writing the right answer, you have to put the work that goes with it as well. Number 1, evaluate the expression if f equals -4, g equals 2, and h equals 6. H minus f, first thing we're going to do is substitute our values. So h is 6, and then we're going to subtract f, and f is -4. So this is a subtraction problem, and we need to keep, flip, change. So I'm going to keep the 6. Minus goes to plus, and then -4 becomes the additive inverse, which is +4. And now it's a +6 and a +4, which gives me a +10. Number 2, find -5 cubed. First of all, we have to know that -5 cubed means -5 to the 3rd power. So if we're to write this in expanded form, it's -5 times -5 times -5. So -5 times -5, signs are the same, so it's a +25. And then +25 times -5, signs are different, so it's negative, and 25 times 5 is 125. So answer, -125. Number 3, find the quotient of -30 and 15. Sorry, -15. The word quotient means to divide, so I'm going to do -30 divided by -15. Dividing rules say that when the signs are the same, your quotient is going to be positive, and then 15 goes into 30 twice. So +2 is the answer. Number 4, find the product of 13 and -31. So product means to multiply, so we're going to multiply 13 and -31. So 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 1 is 1, placeholder. 3 times 3 is 9, 1 times 3 is 3. So when I add everything together, you're going to get a 403, and since signs are different, it's a -403. For number 5, we're not going to input this answer, but just to go ahead and check, I would set this up starting it at -5 over here, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. So when you're going to graph -2, you just put a dot right on there. Graphing -5, just like that, and then graphing +1. So that's what you should have for number 5. Number 6, evaluate the expression if f equals -15, g equals 5, and h is -45. So, first thing we're going to do is substitute our values. F is -15, so I'm going to write -15, and then I want to subtract h, and h is -45. And then we're dividing that by 10. So first of all, I'm going to KFC what I have there. I'm going to keep the -15. I'm going to change the minus to plus, and then -45 becomes its opposite, which is 45, and then that will be divided by 10. Coming up above a -15 and a +45, we're going to subtract because the signs are different. And so 45 minus 15 is 30, and it's +30 because we keep the sign of the larger absolute value. And then we're doing 30 divided by 10, which is +3. Number 7, evaluate. Okay, so for this one, I see multiplication and I see subtraction. And so order of operations says I'm going to multiply first. So I'm going to do negative 4 times 8, which is negative 32. And then we have this left over. So now it's subtraction. I want to clean up my signs and keep flip change. So I have negative 32 plus positive 5. Signs are different, so I'm going to subtract and keep the sign of the larger absolute value. So my answer is negative, and 32 minus 5 is 27. Number 8, divide 75 by negative 25. So setting this up, 75 divided by negative 25. Dividing rules say if the signs are different, your quotient is negative. And then 25 goes into 75 3 times. Number 9, evaluate the expression. First of all, we need to get rid of the absolute value signs. The absolute value of negative 12 is 12. Bring down the minus, and the absolute value of positive 8 is positive 8. Absolute value is always positive. So now I have a positive 12 minus 8, and that gives me positive 4. Number 10, write an integer for each situation. A descent of 425 feet. The word descent means to go down, so it's going to be a negative 425. B, being overdrawn $40. The keyword that tells us positive, negative is overdrawn. When you're overdrawn, that means you have negative money. So overdrawn would be negative 40. Number 11, evaluate. So this says negative 38 divided by negative 2. Integer rules for dividing say if the signs are the same, it's going to be positive. And then I just divide 2 into 38, and so I get positive 19. Last one, number 12, a mine worker is in a tunnel 25 feet below the ground. He descends another 13 feet. What is his final position? So, some key words. The mine worker is 25 feet below the ground. So that could be represented by the integer negative 25. He descends another 13 feet. So again, descending is going more negative. So we can write this as negative 25 minus 13 or negative 25 plus a negative 13. Either way we'll get the same answer. So here the signs are the same. So same sign sum, keep the sign, and 25 and 13 give me 38. So he will be at negative 38 feet. Turn the page. Make sure you have the following paper in front of you. Remember, making a correction is rewriting the entire problem with the work, and you should be doing your corrections in pen for full credit. Number 1, what is the definition of area? The definition of area is the amount of space a plane figure takes up. And it's measured in square units. So how many 1 by 1 unit squares it takes to cover a plane figure. Number 2, find the perimeter. The correct answer is 42 centimeters. I got that by using the formula for perimeter, 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. There's 2 lengths that are 12 centimeters each and 2 lengths that are 9 centimeters each. So when I simplify, 2 times 12 is 24, 2 times 9 is 18, add those together, 42 centimeters. Now this week we've introduced area, so we have to be careful, read the directions to see what we're looking for. So to find the area of this square, I'm going to use the formula Oh, well, first of all, don't want to use P. It's going to be A for area. So area is side times side, side squared, base times height. All of those work. But basically, I'm multiplying 24 by 24. So when you go ahead and do that, you're going to get 576. And then your units, since area is two-dimensional, you're going to have 576 inches squared. Number 4, find the perimeter. The answer is 26 8/10 meters. The way I got this is I just add up all 4 sides, making sure to line up the decimals, and I got 26.8 meters. Number 5, find the perimeter. This is a triangle, so perimeter, the distance around the outside, we're just going to add the 3 sides. And so I have 15 plus 17 plus 8. And 15 plus 17 gives me 32. And I'm going to add 8 to that, and that is going to give me 40. Oops. And centimeters. 40 centimeters. Number 6. The perimeter of a square is 36 inches. What is the length of one side? So this is one where we are given the perimeter of the square and we want to find the side. So we're still going to use the formula. A square has 4 sides that are the same. But instead, when we're substituting our values, I don't know what the side is. I know the perimeter is 36. So 36 is equal to 4 sides. So I want to know what I multiply by 4 to get 36. So to do that, I could do the opposite and divide each side by 4. And then I'm going to get that 4 goes into 36 9 times. So each side is 9 inches. Number 7, find the area. So this is a rectangle, and we're finding area, which is different from perimeter, because we want to find how much space it takes up, not just the distance around. So for a rectangle, the formula for area is length times width. Then I substitute my values, 14 times 7. And then when I multiply, 14 times 7 is 98. Don't forget your units, centimeters squared. Number 8, the perimeter of an octagon is 96 centimeters. What is the length of one side? Okay, so for this one, an octagon has 8 sides. Oops. And octagons, all the sides are the same. So I know the perimeter is going to be equal to 8 times the side. So I know what the perimeter is. It's 96. What I'm trying to find out is what are the sides. So I want to know 8 times what gives me 96. So I can find that out by dividing 96 by 8. And 8 goes into 96 12 times. So that means each side is 12 centimeters. Number 9, find the area. So again, this is area of a rectangle. So I'm going to start by writing the formula. Area equals length times width. Substitute my values. Area equals 16 times 9. And then I multiply carefully, and I'm going to get area is 144 centimeters squared. All right, that concludes the video. Make sure that you watch to the end of the tape. Thanks and have a great day.